Noisy news music! Can't I just announce noisy news music? That'd be a lot easier. So, noisy news music. Going to BBC mode. So, welcome to the 2018 Games Roundup, and this is live with Ultrafud, Skip to the End, and Hybridsteel. Basically, this is something I thought of doing literally like 2 hours ago, so don't expect any sort of preparation because there ain't none.
What's preparation at home?
Preparation is usually I've written out some questions. That's usually what it consists of. So basically, kicking off the 2018 roundup is simply, what did we find completely unforgivable this year? And I'm going to kick it off with Blizzard.
Okay, I'm saving my ammunition for later then.
I genuinely do not think we should start off with what did we find unacceptable this year. I think we should start off with the happier side, like
the happiest
best parts of 2018, the sunshine through the silver lightning of the gaming world, the happy moments.
I kind of disagree. I think we should start off like on the lower end,
on the most negative point ever.
Okay, let's start off with the depressing side of the gaming world, shall we?
Canvas bag.
That would be the. I think the canvas bag is a close second. I think the first side is the ridiculous fucking monetization of gaming after the EA fiasco of last year, and gaming companies trying to rip us out of it again this year.
I just want to put my number one, just like EA's press, like E3 conference in general.
Yeah, it was pretty diabolical.
Everything, not just like one single segment. Everything.
Oh, well, when Anthem opened up and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that stupid like CGI thing, like going through the screen.
The
like,
3D CGI.
Special,
that was amazing. I watched that thinking, wow, yeah, no one can see this whilst they're there, but that's cool.
Pixar, you right.
Yeah, no, basically, EA, in my opinion, didn't really do much themselves. Despite announcing all their DLC for free from the latest Battlefield game, I do think that it wasn't really enough to pull back what happened at the end of last year. In case people are not aware, obviously that was the whole, we're going to monetize everything about Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, I still think they're trying to regain customer trust.
Which pretty much epically failed this year for them.
Yeah, well, every company, in my opinion, failed for that. So, let's face it, we were promised lots of things and it just didn't deliver, which is actually a real big shame. Especially things like Call of Duty, Battlefield. Even though most of it's free, it's still sort of like.
I mean, to be fair, with Call of Duty, I mean, what was promised was a first-person shooting game with a battle royale mode and zombies mode, which is pretty much what they delivered. The downside of Call of Duty is that over the years, less and less focus is on the single player, which means less people who play single player.
Hang on. What do you mean less focus? There wasn't
one. Well, there was. There was sort of this skid mark down the side of the disc, or like whatever you play on. That was the single player mode.
That was where it was
basically, yeah, it was a big lump of single player, but then they just smeared it down the side, and it was just crap, basically.
It's like Sanchez just said.
The remote stuck in the sofa.
Yeah. The price of it was ridiculous, though. I mean, it was like something like, what was it, like £109 or something for like that game and the season pass as well.
It was £85 digital download for the season pass and the game itself. The £109 edition was like you get a few extra skins and some new skin weapons and things like that.
What is the point of that shit? I mean, I know the way they're trying to market it is trying to like basically sell the season pass so they can capitalise on sales, but forcing a purchase is a bit. I think that's a bit shit. You shouldn't do that, really. You know, it's like they just did not pay attention to last year at all. Like we said, lots of game companies obviously didn't. And at the end of the day, there's going to be another massive fiasco. Obviously, lots of things had happened this year, and that's one of them. Now, I'm going to go straight into Blizzard. I'm sorry, but
Blizzard was the Blizzard's promotional thing they did for Diablo was exactly what happened to the YouTube Rewind this year as well. I can get into that in just a minute, but their press conference was fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
they kind of did it about 6 months too late because they kind of messed with like dude in the red shirt's question.
Yeah. Thing is, I did a lot of research into why Diablo 4 wasn't even announced at BlizzCon, but the sheer basis they didn't even talk about it, in my opinion, is terrible. Because obviously, Diablo Immortal, which is this game that apparently we all need phones for, apparently is.
You have one?
Yeah,
Do you have a phone?
I have one. Yes, I'm lucky. I'm privileged, apparently. But so basically, what happened was, at the end of their massive, BlizzCon, you've paid hundreds of dollars to get here, pay for your rent in the hotel, all this kind of stuff. They're going to announce a mobile version of Diablo, which obviously a lot of people were extremely upset about. And then the red guy T-shirt, the guy in the red T-shirt, sorry, he said simply, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
Is it an early April Fool's joke?
Oh yeah, now season whatever, and
Yeah.
basically, they got a lot of applause, lots of roaring ovations about it. And Blizzard's response was simply, "Don't you guys have phones? Tablets?"
I've said this a couple of times already in certain, like, us talking amongst this ourselves and stuff, but the thing that took the piss is that when it comes to mobile gaming, I don't mind if you're a mobile gamer, you play mobile games on there all you like.
Of course.
The screen size, I prefer to play on a 36 to 44 inch TV than I would play on a little 7-inch piddly thing I can fit in my pocket.
This was part of the argument that all the hardcore fans basically had. Oh yeah, I've gone to spend £5 on a really nice PC, flat screen monitor, so I can play on my fucking phone!
I think the other thing is, like, with Diablo, it requires a lot of different commands with, like, the moves that you can do.
Yeah,
definitely.
It basically means turning into a mobile game is going to be... It's going to be a basic, I've got a fireball, I can push this button here and then move through that. That's all it's going to be. With Diablo, it's all about, like, the character build itself and your spells and what you can do with your controller or keyboard. When you knock that down to a mobile phone, you've literally got one thumb that's going to be holding it, like, you're going to be able to push the buttons, which is like, okay, so I've got that spell. Okay, and I can't see the spell because my thumb is in the way.
Well, that's the problem. That is literally the problem.
And unless you buy one of these Razer gaming phones where you get, like, little joypads on the sides now, which you can actually buy. You can buy gaming mobile phones.
So you're buying the smaller version of the Switch?
Yeah, but that is technically what it is, yeah. But it's a gaming extension to your phone. It's like, yeah, I'd just rather buy a PS Vita or something.
Well, basically, the people that actually tried to play Diablo Immortal itself, they all came back and said it's not a terrible game. It's just what I think pissed the fans off more was simply that they didn't even announce anything to do with the next Diablo. And the thing is, obviously, straight after that, they said they are working on multiple different products for Diablo. And it's like, you should have said that in the conference.
Well, what they should have done. I know this is like bigging up like Bethesda in a way, but what they should have done is they should have announced their They should have announced their Diablo Immortal game. And then gone, this is going to be Diablo Immortal, yada, yada, yada. And everyone would have made a big deal about it. And then sort of just pushed a button and up comes like a Diablo 4 graphic or something like that, just to let people know that it's been made.
just even a little, we're doing it, don't worry.
Like with Metroid Prime 4, they didn't show any photos, they just showed the logo and that was enough to get people hyped.
Yeah, it's what they did with Elder Scrolls Online as well, or Elder Scrolls 6. It's like, yeah, it's definitely going to be making.
Well, that's why.
Might be a little while.
Even though obviously Fallout 76 was had a bit of a rocky launch. I say rocky, they've run into problems after problems. But the thing is, because they announced their mobile game for 76 and then announced Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, it sort of cushioned the blow a little bit, and it was okay to do that because they sort of got away with it, really. But obviously, since then, Fallout's had no end of issues. But this is mainly on PC. I want to emphasize this more than anything. a majority of the issues people are having with Fallout 76 are predominantly on PC.
Yeah, and do you know why?
Well, no, I don't really, but...
Right. Basically, Fallout 76 is designed to be on all systems, as we all know, but it was optimised mainly for console, Xbox and PS4, because they're like almost like a finished version of like the graphic updates and so on and so forth. The problem with PCs is because PCs are different across the board, depending on your budget, what you want in it, and so on and so forth. Different people have experienced different problems with the game.
Yeah.
Console users, we've all got the same, like, you know, the same glitch or the same this, because it's a console version. There's no difference in our consoles compared to a PC. Some people running high-end PCs are having problem with certain things. Some people with lower ending PCs are having problem with animations. Middle term PCs, you're having issues across the board. And it comes down to what you're running and how you're trying to run Fallout is depending on what errors you're basically getting.
Yeah, I completely agree.
That's the main issue with it.
And to be fair, they do patch it quite often. So, I mean, there was a patch literally today, 13th of December 2018. So it has happened today. There's like a 4
yeah,
update.
we should be getting one on console today or tomorrow.
Well, I already updated it. It's happened today. So Bethesda fucked up with that slightly, but also fucked up with their pre-orders of Fallout 76, just down to a sheer bag issue, which has now been resolved. Finally, Baggate is over. It's all a bit silly.
The thing I found absolutely retarded about it is, they could have given the fabric bag and so on and so forth. And
well, they have
got
now.
But what people got? I know it's the materialistic side of a collectible and stuff, right? But the bag itself is worth, in UK money, £2.50, right? And putting a logo on it will cost you an extra like £1. So giving £5 worth of atoms, I know people are getting pissed off, oh, it's not the same value. It's actually more than the bag is worth. I know you can't buy shit for like 500 atoms on the dashboard, but it's like, at the end of the day, they were actually giving you more money in atoms than the bag was actually worth. How many people are actually going to use that bag? Barely any, because they'll go, ooh, it's on my shelf.
I think one of the main issues with the whole bag situation was
it wasn't what they advertised.
Yeah, it wasn't just a case of what they received; it was a case of what was advertised and what they didn't get. And me being someone who does buy the occasional collector's edition of a game, I would be a bit pissed off too if they advertised this and you didn't receive what you were meant to get. I mean, I would put in a complaint saying I would like this bag; it would be nice. But like, if they couldn't do it, then I'd say, well, then I would like some sort of compensation towards